Hello, fabulous scholars. We have finished the first scene of our play where Egeon, the old merchant, was talking with the Duke and explaining his sad tale and why he's ended up in Ephesus, even though he knows it's going to meet his death. And the Duke, who is saying over and over and over again, he's not going to change the laws and let Egeon go free, has pity on him and says, I'll give you one more day to try and raise the 1,000 gold coins that would save your life. And instead of saying thank you, Egeon's just like, ugh, fine. I'd rather be dead, but fine. So then if you were watching the play, the lights might dim a little bit. And when they go on, it's a new scene. And that just means maybe some new background and different characters are on. So we're going to meet some new characters. This is Antipholus. He's from Syracusa. I don't know if you remember, it is not good to be from Syracusa and being in Ephesus because people from Syracusa are being killed. In fact, Egeon is from Syracusa and he's in Ephesus, and that's why he's going to be killed. So let's see what happens. So that's Antipholus, and then he has a friend slash servant slash adopted brother named Dromio, who's with him, and they're talking with a sailor. They're next to the water. They're talking with a sailor who's trying to explain to them just how dangerous it is for them to be in Ephesus, and then hopefully we'll figure out why they're there. So the merchant, the sailor, talks first, and he says, "Therefore, give out that you are of Epidamnum, lest that your goods too soon be confiscated." Okay, guys, you gotta say that you're from Epidamnum, otherwise they're gonna take all your stuff. This very day, a Syracusan merchant is apprehended for arrival here and not being able to buy out his life according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. So, this very day, another merchant from Syracusa came here, and because he doesn't have any money, he's going to die when the sun sets in the west, so when it starts to be evening time. Oh, there is your money that I had to keep. So he gives Antipholus his money, so he has money to spend. And Antipholus turns to Dromio and says, gives him the money. Dromio is going to take the big bag of gold coins. There we go. So Dromio's got the coins. Antipholus says, "Go bear it to the centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of this town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within mine inn. All right, Dromio, take care of all our money. Take it safely to the place where we're staying. It's an inn called the Centaur, and you wait there for me. We got about an hour till it's lunchtime, so I'm going to walk around, visit this town, see what there is to see. And then after eating, I'll go back to the inn and sleep. For with long travel, I am stiff and weary. Get thee away. Oh, I'm really sore with all our travels. Okay, go." And Dromio, who's a little bit of a trickster and a jokester, says, "Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mien. Oh, many people would hear you. You gave me a bag of money, and you told me to go away. I would take your money, and I would go. You would never see me again." But he salutes, and he takes off with the gold. And Antipholus just kind of shakes his head, and he returns to talk to the merchant and says, "A trusty villain, sir, that very oft when I am dull, with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. That joker, that Dromio. You know, when I'm often in a bad mood, he does make me feel better with his jokes and his silly things. What, will you walk with me about the town and then go to my inn and dine with me? Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you wander around the town with me? We can do some sightseeing, and then you can come back and have dinner with me at my hotel." And the merchant says, "Oh, I am invited, sir, to certain merchants of whom I hope to make much benefit. Oh, I'd like to, but I already have an appointment with some other merchants, and I'm hoping to make some money from them. I crave your pardon, so I'm really sorry I can't. Oh, soon at 5 o'clock, please you, I'll meet with you upon the mart, and afterward consort you till bedtime. I can't right now, but oh, I'm free at 5 o'clock. Could we meet in the marketplace at 5 o'clock and then we can hang out until it's time to go to bed? My present business calls me from you now. I gotta go though. And Antipholus says, farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city. Okay, sounds like a plan, and until then I'll just do some sightseeing on my own. And Merchant says, sir, I can tend you to your own content. Okay, have fun. I hope you have a great time. Be happy. And he exits. And then Antipholus, going from being kind of a happy tourist kind of guy, kind of wanders around the stage a little bit, and then he looks right at the audience, and he just seems to droop. He goes from being excited to sightsee and hang out with friends to really sad. And he starts talking. He says, he that commends me to mine own content commends me to the one thing I cannot get. He just told me to be happy and cheerful, and he's telling me to do the one thing I cannot do. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop. I am kind of like one drop of water dropped into the ocean, and in that whole ocean I'm looking for one other specific drop of water. I don't think you're going to find it, right? Who falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. I am just looking and looking and looking, and I'm not getting anywhere with it. It's just not working it out at all. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them unhappy, lose myself. I am looking for my mother and my brother, and I can't find them, and that's why I can't be happy. Wait a second, did he just say he's missing a mother? And wait a second, isn't he from Syracusa, the same city Aegeon's from? Didn't Egeon say he had a son and an adopted son who left to look for their brothers and their mother? And so Antipholus is kind of letting us know he is Aegeon's son, the one who left to search for his brother. He does not know Aegeon's in the same city. And so he's letting us know just how unhappy he is. And then enters Dromio. But you may notice not the same Dromio as before, right? This is the Dromio that arrived from Syracusa with Antipholus of Syracusa, but he was sent to their hotel to put the money in a safe place. Not the same Dromio. This Dromio lives in Ephesus. He doesn't know this Antipholus. Can you start to make some predictions about what's about to happen? We'll see. And then he notices Dromio and he says, here comes the almanac of my true date. Hey, here comes that guy that was born on the same day as me. Like the two sets of identical twins. How now? How chance thou art so soon? What's up? Why are you back so soon? And Dromio is very confused because he was not sent to do any chores like bring the money to the hotel. And he walks right up to Antipholus and he says, return too soon. Rather approach too late. What, you think I'm back too early? No. You are really late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit, the clock hath struck 12 upon the bell. My mistress made it 1 upon my cheek. So he's saying, I'm not early, you're late. You know how I know it's late? Because the food that we're gonna have for lunch is being spoiled, right? It's overcooked, it's getting burnt. It's 12 o'clock noon and you're not home, and your wife hit me because you're not home. He's not married, but he's not really listening. So Dromio continues, she is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broke your fast. But we that know what it is to fast and pray are penitent for your default today. Your wife is upset because the food she cooked for lunch is getting cold, and it's getting cold because it's waiting for you to come home and eat it, but you're not coming home because you're not hungry. You're not hungry because you ate someplace else, and then I have to suffer for it. So I'm hungry because nobody will feed me lunch, and I'm in pain because your wife hit me because you didn't come home for lunch. And Antipholus isn't listening to him. He's worried about one thing, the big bag of gold that he asked Dromio to put in a safe place at their hotel. So he says, "Stop in your wind, sir. Stop saying this nonsense stuff. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?" So I'm not listening to your jokes right now. Where's the bag of gold? And Dromio is very confused because he was not given a bag of gold. And he says, "Oh, 6 pence that I had a Wednesday last to pay the saddler for my mistress's crupper? The saddler had it, sir. I kept it not." You mean like the $10 you gave me to pay the saddler for this thing you ordered for your wife? I didn't keep the money. I gave it to the saddler. That was what I was supposed to do with it. And Antipholus is just getting angrier because he still doesn't know what happened to his bag of gold. And he says, "I am not in a sport of humor now. Tell me and dally not. We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody? Stop fooling around. We don't know anyone in the city. Who did you give the money to? We can't trust anyone. We don't know anyone." And Dromio says, "I pray you, sir, jest, sir, as you sit at dinner. I from my mistress come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will score your fault upon my pate." Pate means head. So he's saying, "That's a funny joke, sir. Now, can we go home, please? You can tell more silly things while we're eating. If I don't bring you home right away, your wife is going to hit me again, and I don't like that. Methinks your ma, like mine, should be your clock and strike you home without a messenger. By the way, I think that your mouth and your stomach should tell you it's lunchtime, so I don't have to come out here and find you and bring you home." And Antipholus says, "Come, Dromio, these jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Stop it, Dromio, you're not being funny. Now is not the time for jokes. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee? Where is the gold I gave you?" "To me, sir? Why, you gave no gold to me." I wonder how Antipholus is going to respond to that. We'll find out next time. Bye, scholars.